Alright, so I'm trying to reason this out. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. So, if they're leading the collective soul off to the pit, what are they leading to the pit when they lead us individually? That's what I'm trying to reason out right now. So, they're leading us to the pit. If we're one collective soul, a shared soul between almost 9 billion of us, human species. The human species was given one soul, Adam and Eve, and they multiplied and fragmented out the soul, right? You know, they gave a piece of the light to each one coming after us, and each one came after us. We gave a piece of light to them, and so on and so forth. The same will continue. Okay, but unless the enemy wins, and see, because they're leading us into destruction, like bombarding us with, oh man, just think about all the commercials that, you were thinking about something to eat, but you heard this commercial earlier and you're like, you know what, man, that sounds good. Well, they make commercials to make you think about what you use your imagination, like, yeah, that does taste good, yeah, I remember that flavor, you instantly, you manifest it until you take the final step and you go buy it and manifest it in your hand, in your stomach, whatever the case may be. But they bombard us with this so that we're constantly manifesting what they want, and it's consumerism. We're manifesting consumerism. We're manifesting an unholy feminine that is a black hole that we cannot fill. That everything that goes in, it just eats more, it just eats more, it just eats more. Nothing satiates this. Not all the money in the world, not all the resources in the world, nothing will satiate this spirit. That's what we're consumed by, and it's burning our soul up. So when we lose pieces of our soul to the pit, we no longer have those qualities. That knowledge is lost to the pit forever. We no longer have that piece of our soul reincarnating into this world and the knowledge coming back. It has to go through somebody else. That means that we have to relearn this stuff, because we can't undo what's done. We're doing it. We're allowing it to happen. That's just as bad. The responsibility is ours. It's ours to find ourselves. Actually, as children, it's our parents' responsibility, and as we grow up, it becomes our responsibility. We grow into our responsibilities, but we become parents, and we are parents at the time when we don't know how to be parents, and children don't understand, and it's a total communication barrier that just needs to be broken. But it makes us who we are. It's our cornerstone. It's the suffering is the cornerstone of who we are. It's what makes us us. Without it, we would have no drive to go do anything. We would have nothing. We would just be ashes and dust. So, I'm sorry, I'm totally on lunch, and I'm just like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't go for a full walk, because I'm walking really slow and I'm going to be late coming back from lunch. Sorry. I'm just talking with my guide, man. Like, the Holy Spirit leads me through a lot of wow stuff lately. But I know what time it is. I hope you guys know what time it is too. I know you guys feel it. Everybody knows what time it is. In 2017, we had the sign of Revelations 12 in the heavens, confirmed by every religious leader in the world. There were sacrifices done that day. Like, seriously, like, I don't know, it's horrifying to think of, but I mean, like, yeah. Horrible things were done that day to creatures on this earth in preparations for things to come. Like, seriously, you guys have no idea. If you guys don't, I know you feel it. It's nothing to be scared of, but it is everything to be prepared for. We came here to this place at this time to be here to experience exactly what's coming. Everybody better get their head out of the sand. Telling you. But we're going to the pit. Ultimately we're losing pieces of the soul to the pit. Because the enemy, he has a plan too. He wants to be just like God. So he made a place, and he has no creative power. He can only mimic God, so he has to steal God's creations to get them there. He has no creative power to fill his heaven that he, is. Man, he has no creative ability. He's totally stealing God's creatures. That's the bottom line. Thank you. I'm like, I guess that's as far as I can go. But that's what's happening. He has no creative power. So he has to steal the collective human soul if he wants the human species. You know what I mean? Like, and he wants to dominate us. It's just carnage. Like, it's that might is right. It's ego. Think about that negative voice in your head that tells you how dumb you are, how awful you are, how lazy you are, how stupid you are. Like, that voice that says that everybody's better than you, no matter how horrible of a person they are. Somehow you're still less than. Seriously, it's that voice. Think of that being the ruler of the world that ruled over everybody in just the most open way, you know what I mean? Like, this is how it was done. Imagine if that's how it was done. Because that's what we're moving towards. It's already begun. We're like almost there. I'm a part of the problem too. Like, seriously, I'm a part of the problem. I'm willing to change. I don't know how, but I know that the Holy Spirit will lead me into it. For better, for worse, and different, I know that we can change. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I hope you guys all see the urgency too. God bless you all. Love and light.